A victim of child sex abuse at the hands of a paedophile priest has welcomed the decision of Baroness Butler-Sloss to step down as chair of an inquiry into allegations of child abuse in the establishment.
It comes after this programme exclusively revealed serious doubts about her appointment by Phil Johnson. He was abused by a priest in Sussex and says that she told him she wanted to exclude his allegations of abuse at the hands of a bishop from a public report because she cared about the church and did not want to give the press a bishop. Our special correspondent Colin Campbell reports.
She was put in charge of leading a national inquiry into child sex abuse, some allegedly perpetrated by senior politicians. But after days of pressure this lunchtime, Lady Butler-Sloss resigned her position.
I'm pleased that she stepped down. I think she clearly wasn't the right person for the job. Apart from my own personal involvement in the previous inquiries, I spoke to many survivors groups and their representatives over the weekend, and it was clear from that that there was very little support for her.
She was appointed chair of the inquiry by the Home Secretary Theresa May last Tuesday. The following day, the appointment was widely criticised. Lady Butler-Sloss, accused of being part of the establishment, her brother, a former government minister. On Thursday, we exclusively revealed she omitted the name of a bishop from a report into sex abuse she had overseen in Sussex, a story picked up by national newspapers over the weekend.
It's the victims that have to come first in all of this, and I think because Lady Butler-Sloss had done inquiries into sexual abuse, I think, for the church, and she had to issue a very large correction and apology about part of her inquiry about just taking a senior church person's word for things without checking them up. And I think the suggestions that there may have been sexual abuse that if she didn't cover up, certainly weren't publicised as part of her inquiry, I think meant that she didn't have confidence from the victims and had to give this up.
Lady Butler-Sloss told Phil Johnson she'd send the name of the bishop in private correspondence to the Archbishop of Canterbury. Phil Johnson agreed at the time, but later says he felt pressured. Bishop Peter Ball has been charged and is facing trial.
Well, she gave me several reasons, one of which was that she cared for the church and seemed to be wanting to protect the church's image, so didn't want to generate any excessive negative publicity for the church. And she expressed that by saying that the press would love a bishop.
I'm very sorry that Baroness Elizabeth Butler-Sloss has resigned.
The Home Secretary today rejected entirely any idea that Lady Butler-Sloss was not the right person for the job. Victims and survivors believe she has shown integrity today by stepping down and listening to their concerns.
Well, Colin joins me live in the studio now. And Colin, Theresa May has today say that Lady Butler-Sloss' integrity is impeccable. But you've been speaking to Phil Johnson, he's not so sure.
No, Phil Johnson believes what Lady Butler-Sloss said to him in 2012 in the House of Lords during an hour-long conversation, that she cared for the church and didn't want to give the press a bishop, reflected bias and a lack of impartiality. Now, that's why he went public. Now, since we broadcast our story last Thursday, I've been speaking to many people, senior people in child protection, expert social workers, senior members of clergy, including 2 bishops. All I've spoken to have said that they believe the government made a mistake by appointing Lady Butler-Sloss. Now, sex abuse victims and survivor groups say what they want is somebody to head this national inquiry who they've got confidence in.
OK, Colin, thank you.